back to Ashton Gate. It feels so good saying that with fans here. Another opportunity, and he's onside, and it's two for Bristol City, and this time, and it's in! An early goal for Bristol City, and Andy Vyman is back. And it goes clear ahead of Bristol City, and they are level. And it's a first goal for Andy King for his boyhood club.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Robins TV for our coverage of Bristol City's trip up the M5 to St Andrews to take on Birmingham City. Now, Birmingham City are just one place above us in the Championship. Although we're on the same points, their goal difference means they're just above us. So, Nigel Pearson's men really looking to add that W to the form list for this evening. Now, as ever, Robins TV will be there every step of the way, and also we're on Facebook and YouTube up to kick off tonight as well. So if you're enjoying the coverage, you can always get to bcfc.co.uk and buy your pass for the game a little bit later on to watch on Robins TV. We'll give you a handy reminder about that a little bit later on. However, I'm joined tonight by Bristol City's very own lead commentator, Toby Osborne. Toby, although it wasn't the prettiest of games on Saturday, actually getting the win has really sort of taken the weight off the shoulders, hasn't it?
Yeah, and hopefully it sort of invigorates City now. Obviously the away form has been fantastic so far this season. I think it's 4 wins in 7 now. As much a psychological battle on Saturday as anything else, really, I think. It was just a case of getting over the line. And you saw the way the players really dug in towards the end, the likes of Rob Atkinson and Thomas Callas, and it was just enough in the end.
Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere was fairly tense, shall we say, from where I stand on the touchline. My word, those seconds seem to just go so slowly. But in terms of like the mental attitude, and football's such a psychological game now, isn't it? This will really help.
Yeah, totally. And speaking of the fans, you know, particularly in the South Stand, you know, willing Bristol City on towards the end of the 90 minutes, and it was them that really got them over the line, I think. And Nigel Pearson touched on that. But yeah, as I say, hopefully tonight we can really kick on, continue the away form, and then that will give us confidence going into Saturday as well against Coventry. Because
we've seen it time and time again, isn't it? Once the momentum gets started, you know, I look back at the fantastic runs we've had, that confidence just builds and actually really helps.
Yeah, and the coaching staff touch on it all the time. The Championship is such a turbulent league. Anybody can beat anybody. Of course, the likes of Bournemouth are flying at the moment, but as soon as you put a run of games together, you get that momentum, the confidence builds, you work out ways to close games out, I think. But when the chips are down at the same time, it's very difficult to get out of that rut. And I think Bristol City was struggling at Ashton Gate, but hopefully now that can be the turning point.
Obviously, Andy Vyman, what would we do without Andy Vyman? He was superb on Saturday, as were others. You don't want to necessarily single them out, but you know, without him on our side, it would have been a struggle.
Yeah, no, completely. And I think it was nice to see those front three combining as well. Naki Wells, Chris Martin, and Andy Vyman. They were all involved in those 2 goals too. Both Naki and Chris Martin picking up an assist for each of Andy Vyman's goals. So yeah, Andy Vyman is one of those players maybe in recent weeks hasn't necessarily been involved in the game as much as he'd maybe like, but his running and his endeavour always gives Bristol City a chance, and he's been responsible for some very memorable away days. For example, you know, Sheffield United, that 3-2 win in years gone by, and then Cardiff earlier on this season. So on his day, he's capable of really turning up and producing the goods for the team.
Just seeing the boys turning up at St Andrews, certainly lots of big coats on and people huddling up. The temperature has certainly dropped over the last couple of days as we head in towards winter. Certainly as far as the temperature on the pitch is concerned tonight, needs to be turned up. I mean, Nigel turning to the Lansdowne stand and sort of thanking the heavens was such a great sight on Saturday.
Yeah, totally. And I think, you know, touching on St Andrews tonight, psychologically last season, of course, winning 3-0 away, blew Birmingham away at times in that game. That second half performance, particularly the likes of Semenyo and Casey Palmer as well. And I think they'll fancy their chances tonight against a side that's maybe a little bit older as well, maybe lacking a bit of pace at the back. And I think with those players up top, we can really cause some problems.
OK, well, talking of those players, let's take a look at those all-important teams tonight then.
Yes, so starting with the Birmingham City side for tonight, no space for Tahith Chong. He is injured, which is a boost for the Robins, as he's been their standout performer so far this season, on loan from Manchester United. He is, however, called on McGree He will start again following his goal away at Swansea. The only change comes wide on the left-hand side with Jeremy Bella coming in for Pedersen. Bella combined nicely actually with Hogan in the first half last time out at St Andrews against City. So Bristol City will have to be wary today, particularly George Tanner down that right-hand side. Some may have expected to see Jukovic up front today, but he's been kept out by Troy Deeney. 2 goals to his name so far this season, the former Watford man. And some are signing Ryan Woods as well is on the bench. He's unable to force his way into the side, such as the form of Sunjic and Gardner there in the middle of the park. As for Bristol City, Nigel Pearson, he's forced into a double switch from the victory over Barnsley. Maybe a bit of a formation change as well. Jada Silva, Zach Viner come in for Masengo and Cam Pring. A suggestion there that Bristol City will move to 5 at the back. Nigel Pearson preferring to play Viner as part of a centre-back 3 as opposed to a full-back. In midfield, Backinson and James remain as that holding 2 with the forward trio, as we've already mentioned, Martin, Wells and Vyman up front, all involved in the goals on Saturday. Benarouz said very modestly that he felt he could have done better when he came on Saturday, but by all accounts looked as every bit the future star that Brian Tinian has been talking about, and the team feel he will be. Sam Bell keeps his spot on the bench with O'Dowda. Valuable pace, which could be the undoing of the Blues tonight. And of course, Bristol City will be willed forward by those 700 travelling fans as well.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Toby. More from him. Of course, as there'll be quite a lot of Toby, I'd have thought, as we head through this Tuesday evening fixture. Right now, though, it's time to head up to Birmingham, and Curtis Fleming is chatting to Dave Barton.
Curtis, so 2 changes this evening, including a start for Zach Viner. First time we've seen him since mid-September. Is this the opportunity that perhaps Nigel was talking about guys coming in and really seizing their chance?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think every player knows that they're going to get the chance at some stage, especially with the size of the squad that we have. But they've got to keep training hard and keep preparing, not feel sorry for themselves and be ready to go, because they don't know when the chance is going to come. So it comes for Zach tonight, and a lot of players have stepped up and took that chance, and we've got no doubt that Zach can do it. And the biggest thing for Zach is he plays well tonight. He stays in the team. That's it.
2 games in 7-8 days. You put Hanno Masengo and Cam Pring on the bench tonight. Is that a case of managing resources? Brought Jada Silva in.
Yeah, it's huge. It's very, very important in Championship. It's an amazing league, isn't it? Because you've got 3 games in a week and then you go into international break and you've got to manage them. Everybody knows Hans had a couple of problems over the season. He's fine. But we're just going to make sure that, you know, he's running 11k in a game. So we're talking about 33 or 34 kilometres this week he would be doing. So we need to manage him. But he's on the bench and he's ready to go. And we've got great faith in Tyreek playing there with JMO tonight. So, you know, we're quite confident.
The performance on Saturday wasn't what you wanted, but you wanted the result. Is tonight about really backing up and improving the performance?
I think as we flip it around, don't we? We have to back up the result that we had. It was hugely important that we won at home. It was a comeback to 2-1 win. People will say, you know, this performance, that performance, chances they had, they didn't take them. That's the Championship. It's fine margins, it's defending well and taking chances when they come. And we scored 2 great goals to win the game. We want the performance to be better tonight. We think it will. Well, we know it will be, because the lads are determined to do well. We've got a big push this week. 2 back-to-back wins in this division make a huge impact on the league table, and I think it's something that we've got to really look forward to grasp tonight.
Go well tonight.
Thank you very much.
They call him Flem, which just slightly puts me off. But so Zach Viner this evening, someone you haven't seen since September. It's going to be a great opportunity for him to show us what he's got tonight.
Yeah, big opportunity. You know, when he first came in for Bristol City, such a versatile player. He filled that void on a number of occasions, and I think, you know, I've been looking on Twitter and stuff. I think people are excited to see him as part of that back 3. They think that's his suited position as opposed to out on the as a wing back or a right back. Maybe because, you know, going forward he's not quite as strong as George Tanner. So yeah, a big opportunity for him tonight, and you know, he's a very capable player.
He's also a very nice bloke.
Yes.
He actually goes out of his way on a match day to come and say hello to every single one of us in the tunnel, whether we're a steward, a presenter, another player. Such a nice guy. Hanno Masengo, also another lovely guy. So not on the starting 11 tonight, but on the bench. And you think that's something to do with formatics?
Yeah, I think the formation, obviously Matty James, Backinson, maybe a little bit ahead of Masengo in terms of fitness. Obviously the game on Saturday was a real one of attrition, so Masengo maybe not ready to complete another, you know, full 90 minutes tonight. So I think that's why that midfield 2 is there. But as we know, Masengo has come on leaps and bounds, and he will make an impact off the bench if called upon.
And Callum O'Dowda just sort of wrapping it all up, you know, such a versatile player.
Scored in the fixture at St Andrews last season, and on his day when he gets a run of form, fantastic player. So hopefully, if he can get back, you know, fully fit, he'll be a real handful tonight.
Good stuff. Another bloody lovely bloke as well. Right, okay, this club's just full of them. Let's move on and talk about the last time then that we were out. That 17 winless game run at Ashton Gate was all put to bed last Saturday. Let's relive those moments of getting back to winning ways and thank the Lord for Andy Vyman.
Here is Masengo. Lovely work from him. Now Tyreek Backinson, space for Bristol City. Backinson shoots. From our angle, it didn't look like too far away for Tyreek Backinson. Into the arms of Britton, who takes it quickly. Good work from him. Woodrow finds Devante Cole. Bristol City sliced open. And Asika finds the finish, his second of the season. And it all comes from that quick throw-in from Barnsley. Bristol City caught sleeping. Thumped away by Dan Bentley. Can Bristol City respond before half-time? Really imposing header there from Thomas Callas.
Runners forwards, if we can play it.
It's a good pass as well, laid off. Vyman is onside here, can he finish? Yes, he can! He finds the equaliser.
Brilliant.
A collective sigh of relief around Ashton Gate. And Bristol City are back in the game. It all comes from Thomas Callas's endeavour there. Poked through from Naki Wells.
Super finish. Goalkeeper goes low, he goes high over the top. Little bit of interplay there. Thomas steps in. We keep control possession. There we go. Back in the game.
A composed finish from Andy Vyman, and he's back among the goals as well.
Yeah, much better. Now we've got to maintain our calmness on the pass. One more.
Excellent from Masengo. Here's Chris Martin. Two waiting in the box.
Yeah, good.
Andy Vyman!
Yes! Get in there!
And in the space of 7 or so minutes, Bristol City have turned the game on its head. Martin with a fine cross. Vyman at the double.
Very good. Great spot. Great decision to pull it back. Really good composed finish. Look at the way we're building through the thirds. Hanno are playing forwards. Forward runners again. Chris Martin gets his head up, pulls it back. Excellent finish. Brilliant.
Impeccable vision there from Masengo. Martin keeps his head.
Superb finish, just passed it into the corner. Chris Martin done really well to pick him out. As a centre forward, you see many centre forwards shoot on that angle. They did great.
Oh, amazing stuff. I was in the tunnel afterwards, and bizarrely, halfway through the second half, Nigel gave me his glasses and said, "Can you look after them?" So I was handing them back at full time, and I said, "Oh, you know, congratulations, Nige." And he said, "I'm not sure what for. We didn't play very well." So you know, he's nothing if he's not honest, isn't he?
Well, I think that's what everybody likes about him. You know, straight talking, doesn't mince his words, particularly in games where Bristol City haven't necessarily played well. He's honest with the fans. He doesn't sort of give the generic football talk after a game and kind of brush over what was at times not a particularly good performance. And I think fans appreciate that. They like to feel as though they're involved and their voice is being heard as well.
Do you think there's an element now that home win has been ticked off, that actually Nigel's reign can start properly now?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, he's still sort of getting his ideas across, putting his culture and philosophy in place. So it's going to take time for both the coaches, the players and the staff as well, and everybody to adapt. And I think, yeah, he can now hopefully kick on a bit, particularly with Bristol City's home form, and start making Ashton Gate a bit of a fortress again.
And his eyesight's just slightly worse than mine when I put them on. I did try them. Right, still to come. Chris Martin and Nathan Baker go head-to-head in more exclusive Robins TV content. Plus, we take a look at the last time we met the Blues. All on the way as we head towards kickoff here on Robins TV.
We heard the UK's yoghurt-loving superfans wanted something super thick and homegrown. A yoghurt that's high in protein, low in fat, and naturally low in sugar. Fit for breakfast, lunch, and everything in between. But such a thing didn't exist. So we made our own. Yo Valley Super Thick, lovingly made on home soil.
Paul Archer here from the Nexus Group. Hopefully by now you recognise our logo on the back of the lads' shorts. As a City fan and a Bristol businessman, I want to help as many companies as I can with their recruitment needs, especially as we come out of this awful pandemic and lockdown. And for any customer, new or old, that puts an order in with us before now and the beginning of next season, we'll put you in a draw to win a VIP matchday experience as guests of me and the Nexus team.
Welcome back to Robins TV. Tuesday night action under the lights up in Birmingham at St Andrews as Bristol City take on Birmingham City. I'm joined by our lead commentator, Toby Osborne. Toby, what's Birmingham's form been like of recent times?
Well, they've won the last two, and it's, I guess, kind of been pretty up and down aside from that. The Bristol City season has kind of mirrored theirs. They've won the same amount of games, sit on the same amount of points as well. Haven't scored huge amounts of goals, but Birmingham have been relatively solid. 7 clean sheets, I think, so far this season. So it's going to be difficult to break them down tonight. I think City will hope that Birmingham, come on to them as much as anything, so they can catch them on the counter attack, which kind of is what happened at St Andrews certainly last season. 3 runaway goals really for Bristol City in the end, are very well taken as well. But yeah, Lee Bowyer's got them much more solid than they were under Aitor Karanka midway through last season. So it's going to be a tough game tonight, but City's away form is so impressive that I think they're capable of winning tonight. And who on their side should we be looking out for? Well, the big man up top, Troy Deeney, joined from Watford in the summer. Another big test for Rob Atkinson. He's stood up to every test so far, you have to say, bar maybe a couple of mistakes this season. So a massive test for him. 33 years of age now, though, Troy Deeney, so isn't necessarily got that turn of pace that he perhaps once had. But yeah, he's the danger man up top. 2 goals so far this season for him. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see if Toby's predictions come true a little bit later on. Of course, Toby will be joined by Dan White in co-comms position a little bit later on. Kick-off, of course, very shortly indeed. First of all, it's up to the Robins HPC we go. It's another one of our famous head-to-heads where Chris Martin takes on Nathan Baker.
Hi, I'm Chris Martin.
Hi, I'm Nathan Baker.
And this is Head to Head. I've got 5 questions.
And I've got 5 questions.
Let's get it on.
Right, first question. I first signed for Bristol City on loan from Aston Villa and made my debut against which of their rivals? I'm guessing Villa's rivals, yeah. Which narrows it down to about 3 teams, probably.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
There we go.
1-0 then.
Easy, 1-0. Okay, number 1. I scored my first Bristol City goal against which team in the League Cup last season?
Oh. I was going to say Cardiff first for some reason. Plymouth, we played them a few times, didn't we?
Incorrect. Northampton Town.
I didn't play that one, to be fair, so...
I thought you'd get that one, actually.
Right, where are we? Right, this is the dodgy one. Which Premier League striker scored his first goal off a deflection from my shoulder? Going back some years now.
Which Premier League striker scored the first goal? This could be.
Let's
Anyone.
Let's go England striker as well. That's probably because he's put England in here on the first question. Harry Kane. Yeah, it's a bit of an open question, that one.
That's a tough one. Right, number 2. I reached the Championship playoff semi-finals with which one of our teammates?
Andy Vyman.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Derby 2015-16.
The first one out of the way. We have played over 800 games between us in our careers, but how many times have we come up against each other on the field? Good question.
Ooh.
800 games.
Wow. I'm going to just pluck a number out and say 12.
Or we can say 2. Yes, 2.
2? Is that it?
Yeah, I thought that. That could be more.
Is that it, yeah?
And it says here, Chris hasn't scored a pass both times.
All right, number 3. I made my Scotland debut against which team? We've got 3 just to narrow it down. Gibraltar, Nigeria, or Greece?
I don't know if I heard something in passing, but I heard Nigeria.
That is correct.
Yeah.
28th of May 2014.
Wikipedia came through. Right, what were we? Okay, this is one I thought you'd probably get. Which of our current teammates has played in the Premier League with me?
Andy Vyman. Yeah. Easy, that one. Easy.
That's simple.
They went easy on me. Okay, I once played on loan for which of Bristol City's rivals?
Rivals?
Ish, yeah.
Should
I give him the clue?
Is it within like 100 miles?
Just along the M4.
Swindon.
Swindon Town.
Yeah. That M4 safe.
Not my finest hour.
Last question. True or false? Don't want to read this one out. It took me 7 seasons to score my first goal. True or false?
True. Gone.
Yeah, true.
7 seasons?
7? Can we cancel that one? Take that one out.
Scrub that one out. What did I achieve recently when I scored the opening goal against QPR?
What did you receive?
What did I achieve?
Oh, achieve. Oh, your 100th goal, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100 championship goals. That wasn't bad. What was the score?
Chris got 3.
Oh, he got 4. What did I get? 2?
3.
3.
Birmingham City, Andy Vyman, and True.
Well, a victory for Nathan Baker. He has got the bragging rights there. But who will get the bragging rights up in Birmingham? Let's take a look at the last time we were at St Andrews.
Challenge from Colin stops the on-rushing Naki Wells. Sent forward by Birmingham. Danger for Bristol City as Bella spews his shot wide and off the post from Scott Hogan. Bristol City lets off the hook. Here is Bella looking to take on Jack Hunt. He gets the cross away, dangerous off the outside of the post. Again from Scott Hogan.
Just get him going, I think, in possession. He's just been a little bit untidy.
And it's formed kindly here for Casey Palmer to open the scoring. And he does, he buries it in that far corner. And in the week he became a father, Casey Palmer opens the scoring here at St Andrews.
Well, hasn't he earned that? He's absolutely earned that goal. He's been tenacious in the tackle. He's been everywhere, stopping Birmingham City playing out, and he does the exact same thing here. You just get it before this replay. He turns the ball over and so composed in front of goal, something we've not seen in this game so far, and just slots it into that far corner. And the week he becomes a dad again, fantastic for him.
And that's a really poor back pass. And it's another goal. And it's exactly the same from Antoine Semenyo. Carbon copy from his goal at the Liberty Stadium. He's done it again. And Bristol City double their lead. And hopefully have put the game to bed at St Andrews.
Well, it's another exceptional finish from Antoine Semenyo. But it's again the tenacity, the willingness to press. Casey Palmer's goal comes off the back of a press, and now Antoine Semenyo sniffs it, thinks, okay, that pass isn't going there. And what did we say about the defenders and the goalkeepers potentially going to make an error today? And they do, and it leads to a goal. And we were saying 15 minutes, they were building a little bit of momentum, but we were limiting them to very little. Opportunity to press high, gets his rewards. Encouraged seeing him come on here for the last 15 minutes. You know, he's a big part of what they do there. Go on,
Hold up play, superb there. Here is Callum O'Dowda, and he makes it 3! And he wraps the game up. Returning from injury, Callum O'Dowda, first touch of the game. And he puts this one to bed.
The Mystic Reg comes back, he starts talking about Callum O'Dowda and we get another goal, but look, he's just come on the pitch, he's hard to mark, he picks up different positions and it's a great little run, lovely through ball, perfect weight on it and just toe pokes it under the oncoming Neil Etheridge. But it's Casey Palmer again, goal, assist, he's been a part of everything today, superb, but it's a lovely little finish. You know, gets ahead of the defender, Roberts, and you know, there's no chance. The goalkeeper's just rushing off his line. He knows to take it early because the goalkeeper's fully committed. Lovely little finish, just goes under the goalkeeper. And now you're talking about he'll be happy to get back and get 15 minutes. He'll be even happier getting a goal.
Well, for those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, now is the time to come and buy a package. If you'd like to watch the rest of the game, it all kicks off. Just go and buy your pass at bcfc.co.uk.